What's up, y'all? This is Deontay, aka the Traveling Investor, back with another video. Man, I just got so lucky that I was able to make it to Peru. I wanted to tell y'all a story real quick. New passport. Basically, on a layover from Virginia to Atlanta, I lost my passport either in the airport, in a taxi, or whatever. What time was it? It was about, by the time I realized I lost, it was about like 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock or something. So I'm like, I wasn't necessarily spazzing out, but I'm trying to arrive at a decision. So I'm walking to Delta, lost and found, walking to the airport, lost and found, just trying to find the taxi that I was in. Like, of course, this is the one time that I use a taxi instead of Uber because Atlanta airport is just crazy. And I got outside, the taxi was right there. Used a taxi because I had to go get some medicine real quick before I returned to the airport. So between the airport, the plane, and Walgreens, I lost my passport. So after 30 minutes trying to find it, I realized I'm not going to be able to find it. So then I started looking up, what can I do? What can I do? I got lucky because in Atlanta, they have a passport office. And you can actually get same day or next day passports. So basically, I had to call, get an appointment. They gave me an appointment the next morning at 7 a.m., which was clutch. So basically, once I got my appointment, then they sent me an email. I had to print out like 3 forms. Also had to, what else did I have to do? I had to go to take a passport photo from like Walgreens, CVS, or something like that. So I'm here in the airport taking Ubers to Walgreens, CVS, Staples. Mind you, the first 2 stores I went to, I called before. Well, I called the second store. First store I went to, Walgreens, I went there, and their machine was down to take the photo. So then I tried to be smart, and I said, okay, let me call the second store. Call the second store. They'd say, yeah, come on, you can take a picture. Get in. Oh, we're not accepting no more right now. So, mind you, every store I'm going to, I'm catching an Uber, waiting. I have all my luggage with me. This was the only time, since I'm gone for a month, I'm traveling for a month this time. This was the only time I decided to check a bag. Normally, I just take a suitcase and a book bag, and that's it. So, I check a bag. My bags are already on the plane to Peru. I had to cancel the flight and get a new flight for the next day. So it's just a lot going on. So while I'm taking these Ubers, I'm also carrying a book bag, carrying my laptop in my hand, and a suitcase at the same time. So basically, get to the second store, they can't do it. I have to call another Uber. I call Staples. Hey, can y'all do this? I just went to Walgreens, went to CVS. They weren't able to help me. We're not Walgreens, we're not CVS. Okay, and that's what they said, and I still no help. So I get there, take my passport photos, print out the papers I needed, signed everything. So my appointment was at 7 in the next morning. I'm up at 5, and I'm in a new city. I'm in Atlanta. The passport office was only like 3 miles from where I got a hotel. So I just woke up at like 5 a.m., left out by like 6, got to the passport office at 7. It was a pretty smooth process. It was a long line. I thought I was going to have to stay in line, but since I had the 7 o'clock appointment, I was just able to skip the line and go through, show the paperwork to the people. They sent me upstairs. Boom, you get a ticket like the DMV. It's basically a line like the DMV. They call you window by window. So you get to the window. You give them your ID. They wanted birth certificate. Who's going to have their birth certificate while traveling? So you give them your ID. I actually was able to show them an email of my passport as well. And you also need to print out the flight confirmation that your flight is today. This is how you expedite it. They're not going to expedite if your flight is in like 10 days or whatever. I mean, you will, but you won't be able to get it that day. So turned in everything. Everything looked good. Had to pay $200. And then, so by this time, it's about 9 or 8:30. They say come back at 2:30. unless you get a text message. Mind you, my flight is at 3:40, so I'm like, okay, maybe I could get here like 1:45, use TSA pre-check and be good. So I leave around 9. Now I'm just waiting for the text message, and about 11:30, they sent me a text message saying, "Hey, your passport is ready." Mind you, that's good to me because I was thinking I was gonna have to get there at like 2. So 11:30, boom, jump in the Uber with all of my stuff again, and now I have to bring all my stuff back in the office, go back upstairs. Passport was ready, so I was able to get the passport by like 12. Got to the airport by like 12:30. Got through like 20 minutes. Man, this was a process, but got through. Got the new airport. Of course, check-in wasn't working because when I originally checked in the day before, I used my old passport number. Then now I have a new passport number, and all my flight details and everything was confused because I moved everything over, and they gave me like an even exchange rate. It was a lot going on. Made it to the gate, ate, got all my stuff, got on the plane, and I normally leave from Florida when I travel, and this time it was from Atlanta. So then I had to get on the longest flight of my life, 6.5 hours. That was pretty cool. Sat next to some cool people in the airport. But as you see, this is what I'm wearing. This is what I'm going to be carrying from now on. Uh, when I'm traveling to the airport, I'm probably just going to have my passport in here. And of course, when I get to the Airbnb or wherever I'm staying, I always like to hide it until the last day. I don't like to take it out. You can just have a copy or whatever. So this was definitely an experience. And was actually my first travel vlog that I'm making. So somebody tried to take me out, and I got lucky because if you don't have the passport office, say if I was in like North Carolina or something, I might have had to leave. Well, I definitely would have had to leave the airport and drive 2 hours, 3 hours, or wherever to the closest passport office. So the fact that my layover was in Atlanta and there's a passport office in Atlanta, I mean, I just got lucky. So just take care of your passport. The problem is I'm wearing these pants and these sweatpants trying to be comfortable in the airport, and then, stuff is falling out. So definitely a lesson learned. I mean, I usually wear zippers anyway, but I don't know what I was thinking. You got a million things going on. I'm trying to get this content journey started, but that's my story. So hopefully this helps somebody, and it doesn't happen to you.